everyone. It's me, Terri, of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Tidbits. Okay, so in today's Tuesday Tidbits, I'm going to be doing a tutorial, hopefully a short tutorial. I had been reminded by one of my viewers that I have not made a tutorial showing how I did the 2-round version of how I crochet arms into my amigurumis. And since I am working on Benedict the Bear, this is going to be a baby gift. This is a pattern by Jess Huff. If you haven't, I will link the pattern below in the description box. If you haven't done any of Jess Huff's patterns, you're missing out because I think she has great amigurumi patterns. Let's get started. When I'm making an amigurumi, and I know for sure that I'm going to crochet the arms in instead of sewing them on, that I make sure I do the arms first. So that way they will be ready when you get up to the top of the body to crochet them in, to crochet them on. Okay, so that's what I did. Now this is a great pattern to show that, because when you get to the top of this bear pattern, okay, so I have 3 rounds more to go, and the next 3 rounds, or the next 2 rounds, the stitch count is not going to change, and then I'll have 1 round at the very top of the neck that will decrease, and that will be above where the arms will be, because that is like the neck. So right now I have 30 stitches. The next 2 rounds I'm supposed to do a repeat of 30 stitches, okay? And my arms are 12 stitches. So that works out just great, because in the 2-round connection, when you're connecting them in 2 rounds, you connect 1/2 of the stitches in the first round, and then you connect the other half of the stitches in the following round, and that creates like a little shoulder. So this works out great because it's all even. These are 12 stitches, so that means I'm going to do 6 stitches connecting to the body, and then the next round I come around, I will do the top 6 stitches, and then that will completely connect it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And what's great about it being 30 stitches is that it evens up, so then it was real easy to figure out where I'm going to attach the arms, because I need 6 stitches on each side. So I've already got them marked out. I need 6 stitches on each side to connect the arms, and right across from each other. And then I need 9 stitches in the front and 9 stitches in the back, and that equals to 30. Okay, so I'm going to reinsert my hook, get ready to start my round. I've decided to go ahead and do my 9 stitches, so this will be either the front of the bear or the back of the bear. And then when I get to this marker, between this one and this one is 6 stitches, and that's where I'm going to attach my first arm. This one is just marking the beginning of the row. So there's stitch number 1 of this round. So I'm going to go ahead and put my marker back in there, so that way I will know that is the first of the round. Okay. Now I've done my first stitch. Now I'm going to do 8 more single crochets to get me to that first marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now, so that makes 9 stitches, because counting the one that I did with the marker in it. Okay, so there's 9 stitches. Now I've come to this marker, so I'm ready to attach my first arm. And as you can see, I did not fasten off this one, my arm, just to if I needed to adjust anything. So now I'm going to go ahead and do an invisible fasten off, I guess you call it, to prepare to put that arm in there. So all I do is just pull the yarn through. Instead of doing a slip stitch in the next stitch, I'm just going to pull the yarn through that stitch, and then try to hold it up here closer. I'm going to put my hook underneath, not the first one, but not the very next stitch, but the next one under the 2 loops. I'm going to pull it from the back to the front, pull this all the way through. See that? And then I'm going to go back to the stitch where it was coming out of, go under the front loop only, okay, from the bottom up to the top. And then I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to pull that through all the way through, okay, and then you snug it up a little bit, and then as you can see, it looks like all the other stitches. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this out right now. I will pull that in and weave it in a little bit. Okay, so now it's ready to attach. So now I put my hook back in. Okay, whoops, a little twisted there. Let me put my hook in there. Okay, hook back in, and then I'm going to put my hook from the inside through one of the stitches. See that on the arm? And then I'm going to put it into my very first stitch. That's going to be an arm stitch into the body. Okay, so it's through the arm and it's through the body. And then I'm just going to make a single crochet, a single crochet. So I do it underneath I pull a loop through under the stitch of the body and through the arm, see? And then I just finish it off like a regular single crochet. So there's my first stitch, number 1. Now I'm going to do that 5 more times because I want to use up 6 stitches on here on my arm, okay? So stitch number 2, through the arm, and then through the body, pull a loop back through the body and through the arm, and then do my single crochet. See that? So that's stitch number 2. Same thing, stitch number 3, through the arm and through the next stitch on the body. Do a single crochet. That's number 3. Stitch number 4. Single crochet. Stitch number 5. Arm, body, single crochet, and stitch number 6, arm, body, single crochet. And now I'm to the next marker. Picked up some stuffing. You have to be careful when you have the stuffing all the way to the top of the body that you don't want to pick up any stuffing in your stitches. Okay, so there's my last single crochet. So I've taken up 6 stitches in that arm. Okay, now here's my marker. This is going to be just the 9 stitches across. It's either the front or the back of the body. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that marker out, and then I'm going to single crochet 9 times. So there's number 1. I'll go ahead and put the marker back in there to kind of guide me for the next round. Okay, and then so that's stitch number 1. So I'm going to do 9 stitches, counting that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now I'm ready to add my next arm because see, I'm at the next marker. So now I know there's 6 stitches in between here that I'm going to attach the second arm to. And as you can see, I haven't finished that off, so let me pull this out so I won't lose my stitch, get my hook, put it in where I finished on the arm. I pull it all the way through, and then I put my hook underneath not the next stitch, but the next one, okay? And I pull that yarn from the front to the back. I'm sorry, from the back to the front, the inside to the outside, in other words. Then I'm going to go under the front loop only of that last stitch, and I'm going to pull my tail through there, okay? And then snug it up, and then that will create, it looks like the top will look like all the other stitches, okay? Okay, now I'm ready to attach my arm, so put my hook back in, and then I'm going to take this marker out, and then I've got 6 stitches to attach the arm. So any stitch from the inside out, okay, and then into the next stitch on the body, and then do a single crochet. So there's stitch number 1, okay, and then go to the next stitch on the arm, and the next stitch on the body, stitch number 2, single crochet, number 3, body, arm and then body, single crochet, number 4, arm, body, single crochet, number 5, arm, body, okay, and number 6, arm and body, okay, and that completes my first round, okay. So the arms are now attached to the body. Okay, now I'm going to do my next round, and I'm going to attach the top 6 stitches of the arms. Okay, so remember there was 9 stitches before we get to the arm. So there's 1. I'm going to go ahead and put my marker back because this is the beginning of the round. 2, oops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's 9. So now we know we need to start the attaching the arm. So now we're going to do the 6 top stitches. Okay, we're not going to go into the body because that would close the arm up. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and do 6 stitches across the top this arm and then back into the body again. We will continue. See, okay, so the first one is the first unworked stitch of the arm. And if you have a hard time finding it, just know that you're going to do 6 stitches across the top. So you can come over here to, sometimes it's better to go, like count backwards to find this the first stitch. So let's see. This is the first one. I mean, this is the one that's not got a stitch into. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the first one is this one right here. Okay, so just do 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're done with the arm. So now we're going to go back into the body and see where this marker is. We know that's starting the 9 stitches that are going to go, either this is the front or the back, but it's between the arms. So now I'm going to take this marker out, and I remember that that's the first stitch I'm going to go into, and I'm going to do 9 single crochets just around the body. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 9 stitches. Now I know I need to go into the arm, do 6 stitches around the top of the arm. Okay, here is the first one that's unworked on this side, so I like to count backwards. That'll help me find out which is the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I need to go right into here. So 6, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 4, 5, 6. See, I'm not going into the body. I'm just going into the top, around the top of the arm. And now I'm going into the body because I did 6 stitches, and since this is the marker, I know that this is the beginning of my next round. Okay, so that means that now the arms, I finished, that now the arms are attached, see? And then my next round is some decreases because right now I've got 30 stitches, and the next round is around a row of decreases that's going to bring it down to 24. So that means, I'm trying to remember, I didn't look at my pattern. I believe it's 2 and then a decrease, and 2 single crochets and then a decrease. And so let me go ahead and do a little bit of that to show you that I'm now just continuing on with my final round. That's going to start forming the neck. Okay, so here's my first stitch, 1, and then put my marker back because that's the first of the round, 2, decrease. Okay, so now, oh, I'm sorry, I'm off camera. There you go. And then 1, 2, decrease. Okay, now I'm going to do that all the way around, and I will fasten off, and then that is where I'll be finished. Let me take that out to talk to you. Okay, so then I'll just continue that one final round, and then that will complete the body part. And one thing is good about this is this is open. The arms are still open, so you can kind of look at it, and if the arms are if the arms have too much stuffing in it, then the arms may not lay down on, go down on the sides of the bear. That way you can go in there and you can adjust. If they won't go down, if I've got them stuffed too full, then I can just pull out some of the stuffing out of the top of the arm, or push that stuffing down, so that way that'll be just a little bit empty up there at the top. So that way the arm, the arm will hang down to the side instead of stick straight out. Okay, so if you want them to stick straight out, then just fill up, put more stuffing into the arms. Okay, so that's it. I'm just going to finish this one decrease round remaining, and then I will leave a long tail because I'll use that to sew the head onto the bear, and then that'll be finished. And then now I haven't done the legs yet, but I'll do the legs, and the legs I will have to the way they're designed, I'll have to sew the legs on. I haven't figured out how to crochet those in where they're in the right spot, because I like to do them where the bear will, or whatever animal, will sit up on its own, or when you pick it up, the legs will go down, instead of staying in a seated position all the time. Anyway, so that is my tutorial. That's how I do a 2-round connection when I'm sewing in the arms. I will link below in the description box, but I also have a left and right-handed tutorial showing how to do it just in one round, connect the arms. So that way you'll have both versions. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks for stopping by Tuesday Tidbits, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this tutorial will help some of you that don't like to have so many pieces to sew on, and so that now you know how to do it. Oh, and then so if this one was real easy, because both the rounds between the 2 rounds that I used to attach the arms to the body, they were the same stitch count. But if you have one round that is 1 stitch count, and then you have a decrease round the next round, you can do it the same way. Just account for the decreases and just work those decreases in. Sometimes I'll try to, you want them spaced out around, but if I can't get them where they're not on the arms, I have done decreasing as I'm connecting the arms, and you do it the same way. It's just that you have to go through the arm first and then into the body, or if you're doing the first row. The other round is the top, and you would just do a decrease around the top of the arm if it lands in that spot. But anyway, it's basically the same way. It's just a little bit more tricky, but not really. Okay, thanks for watching Tuesday Tidbits. Come back in 2 days, and I will have the next Yarnjoy podcast episode video, and I will be showing you what else I've been working on for this week. So we'll talk to you later. See you in the next video. Bye.